Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final installment of MotorMaster Monday here in the 2024 calendar year. We are here to crown a 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series champion in these Xfinity cars at Homestead-Miami Speedway. It's a 100-lap event, 50% distance of a real-life Xfinity race in these Xfinity cars. And we're working stage 2, 15 cars rocking and rolling around Homestead-Miami Speedway. Your final four: Aiden Cody, Alex Tesdahl, Sean Lucas, and Harold Burden. All four of them finished in the top 5 in stage 1. It was Alan Richardson, the only non-playoff driver, getting stage points in stage 1, finishing in the second position. Sorry, folks. I am NOSSCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter and one of our final 4 drivers, Alex Tesdahl, driving the 22 Ford Mustang. Kick back, relax, and grab a cold can of soda for the final time here for NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series action. Tonight we crown a champion, 7th annual NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series season coming to a close. Some of the very best drivers to ever pick up a NASCAR Heat game have participated in this series. Some of them have won the championship. Some of them have won many races and come very close to winning one of these championships. Drivers like Slade Gravitt, Matt Smith, Jason Doro, Dakota Bruv, just to name a few, have all won this championship here in NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series. Noko as well, another famous long-time NASCAR Heat legend. Tonight, we're guaranteed a new champion. Aiden Cody, your current race leader right now in the number 16 Chevy Camaro. He is one of our final 4 drivers. He's got the lead. The yellow car you see up on the outside line is Harold Burden. Right now in second, he is also one of our final 4 drivers. Alex Tesdahl in the 22 is also up there on the outside line, giving him a good push. He's the 3rd car in line up top and running in about 4th right now. Hard to say because they are 3 wide. A little bit of contact there between he and Chris Ryan. Now Alex getting loose and coming down into the side of the 21 a bit, then back up into the wall. He's going to lose the draft with the lead pack, and that's going to be a tough hole to dig himself out of. The only good news for him is it's stage 2, and he's going to have at least one more guaranteed caution to catch himself back up. Trouble for one of our final 4 drivers in stage number 2. Qualified strong, ran strong in stage 1. Alex Tesdahl did in the 22. Finished 4th in stage 1, led laps. So he knows the speed is there. Going to need to catch back up at the end of stage 1. Kenny Adair, the 2018 NOSSCAR Truck Champion, just behind him. And behind him is the 7 of Bailey Steffler, 5-time NOSSCAR Outlaw Series champion on Wreckfest. Up front, still Aiden Cody leading, Harold Burden in second. The next the next final 4 driver is Sean Lucas right here in the 1 car, running in 4th. He's taking a look to the inside for 3rd. On Alan Richardson, but the momentum down the back straightaway carried by the 21 of Chris Ryan carried him all the way up beside the 1 car. Now he's challenging for 4th, but on the outside. There's 3 or 4 different grooves you can use here at Homestead, and sometimes if you hit it right, the outside line can really propel you down one of these long straightaways. Aiden Cody, for example, had to pull up to the outside there on the back straightaway to protect from a run there from Harold Burden. And what a story it would be if Harold Burden won this championship. Started with us back in 2017 on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. He's won races in the Platinum Cup Series and Truck Series, still searching for that first ever MotorMaster Series win. It would make him the 23rd Triple Crown winner in NOSSCAR history, holding a win in all 3 of the top levels in our console system. Just a true journeyman here in NOSSCAR. Right now scored at 5th. He was taken 3 wide for a moment. He was the car in the middle. and it almost looked like he lifted a little bit to play it safe, and now he jumps back to the outside and in the end is only going to lose one position out of that whole ordeal. Quite the story as well. If Sean Lucas were to win this championship, much like Harold Burden, started with us back on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. Didn't race full-time too often with us back then, but started racing full-time more so in 2019. Came back and started making runs here on the NASCAR Heat side of things. Last year was a breakout year for him in MotorMaster and trucks. Catching a couple of stage wins, making the playoffs, advancing a round or two, and coming back and making it all the way to the Final Four this year. Runs in third. Final four drivers running 1, 3, 4, and 7. Up into the outside wall goes the 16 of Aiden Cody. And once you touch the wall just a little bit, it seems like it pulls you in and kind of glues you there. He had a tough time getting out of it and getting back up to full speed. He loses the lead, he loses second, and he's in danger of losing third. The only thing that might save him is the fact that the outside line has been the preferred line coming out of turn 2 all night long. We'll get an update for laps to go when Alex Tesdahl hits the line this time by. We're working stage 2 of the 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series Championship race. Chris Ryan leads.
Six to go.
10-4, thank you, brother. The highest running Final Four contender is in second. The best finishing driver amongst those Championship 4 contenders is your champion. The stage points do not matter for those Final 4 drivers. Right now scored in second, third, fourth, and seventh. Alex Tesdahl led laps earlier in this race, finished fourth in stage 1. He's going to have to rally back here in the final stage. 5 laps to go now in stage 2. Stage 1, of course, won by Aiden Cody in the 16. I don't know if we mentioned that yet since we kicked off the broadcast. Sean Lucas all over the back bumper of the 16. Every now and then you see some of these drivers making a run to the inside, but the speed that they carry down there and the fact that it's just less banking down there, it's a progressive banking track, they tend to slide up the track, and in order to not run into the car beside them, they have to lift and surrender the position they're challenging for. 4 laps to go, 3.5 as they work their way down the back straightaway. Chris Ryan has one NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series win in his career. Didn't run full-time this season. Got the lead here in stage 2. Now 3 laps to go at the line. That 21 car looking pretty strong. Can he spoil the party here for the Final 4 contenders? He's got one of them all over his back bumper. Aiden Cody coming off a strong win earlier tonight at Martinsville. The car he's chasing is the one who finished second to him in that race, and yours truly entered that one and finished third. Coming out of turn 4, it's going to be 2 laps to go at the line, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Ryan still your leader. 2 to go in stage 2. Thank you to everyone who's joining us on YouTube. 7th annual season here for the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series on a NASCAR Heat game in these Xfinity cars, coming to a close here tonight. Some of the very best drivers to ever pick up a NASCAR Heat game have participated in this series. Some of them have won championships, some of them have won races and come close to winning this particular championship. And there's a lot on the line for these drivers here tonight. White flag the next time by will signal the end of stage 2. Final 4 contenders, the 16, the 1, the 85, the 22, they're all in the top 8. 3 of them are in this lead pack, and that contact there between the 1 and the 85 and the 90. The 85 of Harold Burden, one of our Final 4 contenders, went for a spin at a turn 2. He's gathered it back up again, and he's in 6th, so he won't be too far behind for the beginning of the final stage. Chaos for the final 4 drivers on the last lap in Stage 2, and it's going to be Chris Ryan in the 21 picking up the Stage 2 win. Aiden Cody second, Alan Richardson third, Sean Lucas in fourth, I believe it was. Sean McNutt in the 0 rounds out the top 5. Well, that got rowdy.
Yeah.
Well, we shouldn't be too surprised, I should say. It's the championship race. It's the last one for a very long time. The next season does not start until February 2025. It's a long wait. A lot of these drivers want to go out with a bang. Chris Ryan picking up this Stage 2 victory. Didn't get the strongest qualifying run, but man, is he ever making up for it during the race. Getting a report, Jesse Carlson out of the race. They're entering the restart zone. It's the final stage of the season. Who is going to be your 2024 MotorMaster Series champion? We're about to find out in about 40 laps. The green flag has been shown. We'll get an update from Alex whenever he's not too busy for how many laps are here for us in the final stage. Crash deep in the field. Bailey Steffler is around. There was contact with the 22 of Alex Tesdall. So far we're green, and I'm really amazed by this. Kenny Adair in the 94 was involved as well. It was 3 or 4 cars in total, but only 2 of them are going to lose touch with the lead pack. There's Landon Ott. Great to see him in a NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series race with us again. Long-time NOSSCAR driver. On different platforms, not really known for his NASCAR Heat side of things. Aiden Cody breaks out with the lead here so far in the final stage. 3-wide battle. Sean Lucas in the 1, Chris Ryan in the 21, the 90 of Alan Richardson, the 85 of Harold Burden. That's the rest of your top 5. Something happened to the 16 of Aiden Cody in turns 3 and 4. He's going to lose the lead and fall back to 4th or 5th. Sean Lucas in the 1 car takes the lead. What is going on? We've seen a little bit of everything so far, and we're not even done yet. They're 3 wide through 3 and 4. A little bit of contact there. Timmy Brown in the 9. Aiden Cody in the 16. Goes up into the outside wall. He's going to lose a handful more positions. He's now back into 6th. The furthest in the field, the deepest in the field he's been since the drop of the green flag earlier this evening. And a lot has changed. We do know that they've got to pit under green at least once. We believe just once in this final stage. So there's no danger there, and there's no sense in saving either, because you're going to need to pit no matter what. So a lot of these drivers are going for it. Sean Lucas, the race leader in the 1, one of our final 4 contenders. Is he going to be your 2024 champion? The party in the NOSSCAR garage would be enormous. Two cars now out of the race. Jesse Carlson in the 20, Bailey Steffler in the 7, leaving 13 cars still on the racetrack. And rockin' and rollin', 100-lap event here at Homestead. We are in the final stage. We're here to crown the 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series champion. Slade Gravitt, Noco, Dakota Bruv, Jason Doro, Matt Smith, some of the very best have won the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series championship, and we're here to crown another one here, folks. Sean Lucas, Harold Burden, Aiden Cody, Alex Tesdall, they all have a chance to make history here tonight. They're all up here in the top 5 in this lead group. Scored 1, 3, 4, and 5 as of now. The 3 drivers that are not a part of the playoffs that are up here in this top 7 battle, this group here, Sean McNutt, Alan Richardson, and Chris Ryan. They're doing a great job racing very clean, very professionally with the final 4 contenders. And don't look now, but Emily Seri in the 8 car is gaining ground on the top 7. She left the second group, and she's beginning to drive her way up towards this lead pack. Very impressive run for her, coming off a strong performance last week for Motormaster Monday. Emily is 2 top 5s in a row for her. First time she's ever done that in her Motormaster Series career. There she is. Made the playoffs this year. Was eliminated in the round of 16. Has high hopes for the season finale for the Truck Series tomorrow night, though. Timmy Brown in the 9. Slow on the back straightaway. At first, the camera was so zoomed in on him, I thought that he was on pit road based on the speed he was going. Something major went wrong for the former Brickyard 200 winner of this series, the inaugural Brickyard 200 winner back in 2018. He's coming to pit road now to assess the severe front-end damage. It is quite major. And while we were checking into that, we have a new race leader. I didn't see what happened or how it happened, but Chris Ryan in the 21 car out front, trying to spoil the party here for the final 4 drivers. Again, to everyone at home, it's all about the highest finishing Final 4 contender, the best finishing Final 4 contender. That is going to determine your 2024 Motormaster champion. The stage points did not matter for the Final 4 contenders, and a bit of a lag spike there from Sean McNutt into the back of the 22 of Alex Tesdall. That sent Alex pretty fast into the corner and some minor contact with the outside wall. Good job by him to hang on to it. Getting word the 08 car on pit road for service. Definitely not a scheduled pit stop. That was Racing Jim and Timmy Brown back on the racetrack as well. You get a laps to go update from Alex when he hits the line this time by. He's running a great race. He's recovered nicely from that incident in stage 2.
42 to go.
10-4, thank you, brother. And it might be close, actually, now that he's told me that. Never mind. No, I was going to say some of these drivers might consider 2 tires, but I think everyone's going to take 4, and around goes the 16. Alex Tesdall had no chance of missing it. He was involved. And there's no caution. We stay green, and now the 0 car just had a moment in turns 3 and 4. Alan Richardson was involved, and a couple of other cars got held up. That has changed the complexion of this race entirely. Big trouble for some of the final 4 contenders. Aiden Cody in the 16 is one of them. Big front end damage to him. He's not only lost the draft with the lead pack, but he's going to need to spend some extra time during his scheduled pit stop to fix that car in order to run full speed again, especially at a track like Homestead-Miami Speedway. The higher speed and the draft being important, that damage is really hurting that car. Problems there as well for one of our other Final 4 contenders, Alex Tesdall, former NOSSCAR Novice Cup Series champion. He's fighting for the Truck Championship tomorrow night as well. Less damage to his car than Aiden Cody's, but he still has lost the draft to the lead pack. He's got a few cars in front of him he might get a sniff of the draft from before the end of this race, but they're not necessarily lead pack contenders today. Don't think they're going to carry the same speed as that lead group was. And this has left the top 3 to be in their own kind of group up here, and it looks like this. The 21 of Chris Ryan is still your race leader. Non-playoff driver looking to spoil the party. And now, just as I say that, he's lost the lead to Harold Burden. One of our final 4 contenders has taken the lead. A moment there just a second ago for Alan Richardson. I didn't see what happened to him, but he has now lost the 4th place position to Emily Seri. He drove back up to her back bumper and took the position, but I think then he had some sort of problem, and since then has lost it. Emily running a strong race up there in the top 5. But yes, it's Harold Burton, Chris Ryan, Sean Lucas, Emily Sari, Alan Richardson, your top 5. And the drivers running 1 and 3, our final 4 contenders. The 2 journeymen that I was talking about here, folks.
16 in the pits.
And we're going to come back to that, but we got to tell you this. Aiden Cody is on pit road, one of our final 4 contenders. It's very early to the point where he's going to need to come back again to pit road before the end of this race. I don't know what the strategy here would be. I guess he's banking on a caution. I don't know. He pressed the panic button, I think, and now he's on pit road for service. There's 4 cars now out of today's race. That leaves 11 of them out there. And more pit stops, I believe. Yeah, maybe this is scheduled pit stops. Landon Jenkins in the 98 and the 08 of Jim are on pit road for service. Yeah, maybe this is more scheduled than I thought. We're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall to get an update on that. Too soon? I thought it was. I thought you guys could go much further.
Yeah, it's still run 10 laps according to my fuel.
See, according to mine, that's what I had you at as well. And if you run that dry, you might make it on 1 stop under green in this final stage. Am I in the ballpark?
Close, but possible.
Okay. Interesting. And see, Aiden Cody has thrown any type of one-stop strategy out the window completely. Short pitting, and I know he's not the only one, but those other 2 cars are not in the fight for the championship, and we're not up there in the fight in the top 5 either. So I would understand a little bit more for a car that might have some damage or might be struggling with handling, or a driver with less experience might be turning it into a 2-stop strategy just to simply keep the car handling right and pointed in the right direction. But yeah, I don't know. It's an odd move by Aiden Cody. He's just in front of your race leaders, and it almost looks like he still has a little bit of damage to the front end of that race car. Harold Burton's got the lead in that yellow and black, number 85 Chevy. Sean Lucas, final 4 contender, just like Harold is running in second. Chris Ryan is in third, and he was a lot more aggressive a couple of laps ago. I gotta wonder if he's beginning to just take it easy and maybe understanding the magnitude of the situation for these 2 drivers in front of him. He might be, out of respect, just running behind them and letting them battle it out. Save his stuff a little bit, maybe stay out an extra lap or 2, steal the win and let them fight for the championship and fight for second. Who knows? But he's just a lot more tame now over these last 3 or 4 or 5 laps. Emily still runs in 4th. She has not come to pit road yet. We think the leaders are about 6 or 7 laps away from pitting, and that would be right in the ballpark, right in the money zone there for making it on 1 stop the rest of the way to the checkered flag. Going to finish up the story I was telling a little bit ago. There's 2 drivers amongst these final 4 that have been in NASCAR since 2017. They both started with us back on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition on the PlayStation 3 console. Been here for a very long time. Both of them have won some races here and there. Both of them have won some stages and pull awards here and there throughout different series that we have hosted over the years, but neither one of them has ever won a championship here in NASCAR. Harold Burton in the 85 is the only one of the 2 that has made it to the final 4 in one of our 3 big series before, but he was denied of the championship that day. Tonight, both of them have a shot to make history, a big chance here, and they're making the most of it, folks. They are running 1st and 2nd, and as you can see on the video here on your screens, it's the top 3 in their own zip code, and the next car is losing them slowly each lap. Emily Sari running in 4th. If this race stays green to the end, even if they don't make it on 1 stop and they have to pit a 2nd time, I think it's still going to come down to these 2 for the championship, depending on what Alex Tesdall can do. He's going to be the wild card in all of this, the dark horse. He could spoil the party here if he makes it on one stop, and both of these two drivers get so blinded by the championship trophy that they push too hard and have to pit too soon. Aiden Cody has made his bed. He's going to have to lay in it. He's going to need to pit 2 times throughout this final stage if we stay green the rest of the way. He just had a big moment coming out of turn 2. He's pushing really hard, and you can tell he's still running great lap times, but every now and then, just because of how hard he's pushing, he gets a little bit out of shape coming out of the corners and has to grab a handful of steering wheel, or he's going to park it in the inside fence. He's doing a good job at holding on to it so far, though. And it's been a great season for him, multiple wins. Probably the favorite statistically amongst the final 4 to win this championship. Still has time to get back into it, but he's going to need things to change drastically, that's for sure. Scheduled pit stops under green here. Kenny Adair in the 94 and Alex Tesdall in the 22. The dark horse factor I mentioned about Alex Tesdall might be up in smoke a little bit because he's on pit road 1 lap before your race leaders. Now they are coming to pit road just behind him. There you see Sean Lucas and Chris Ryan coming for service. The only one amongst the leaders that didn't come yet is Harold Burden, and that could be a big deal, folks. Well, watch him. He's working his way down the back straightaway now, and he wouldn't be going this extra lap unless he knew for sure that he could make it to the entrance to pit road without sputtering too long and too bad. So I think he's going to make it all the way around. It's going to be a matter of where he's going to line up with the rest of the cars. There he is on pit road this time by. He might lose the draft with the top 2, but if he can find another car that's in the top 5 with him, maybe get in behind him and just save his stuff and use the draft a little bit, he might be able to make it to the end of this race without pitting again. Let's throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. Alex, based on what you know, based on how many laps that was left once all of these pit stops were made, who do you think is going to make it to the end of this race? Can anyone make it to the end of this race?
I pitted pretty much right at the line of being able to make it, so anyone after me should be good to go.
Okay, 10-4. That is the update from Alex Tesdall. Alex is going to be pretty darn close. Harold Burden, Sean Lucas, and Chris Ryan should be good to go. Maybe 1 or 2 laps to the good at most. And coming out of the pits, this is the battle for the lead. Once again, everything is cycled through, and Harold Burden has 1 lap fresher tires than Sean Lucas and Chris Ryan, and he comes out just barely in front of these 2 cars. And now it's going to be a battle for the championship between the 2 journeymen, folks. The 2 veterans. I'm not going to call them old because I've got to race with them sometimes still, but the 2 seasoned drivers, it's great to see. They're going at it for the 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series Championship. 7th annual season for the MotorMaster Series in these Xfinity cars on a NASCAR Heat game. Started back on NASCAR Heat 2 in 2018. Some of the very best have won this championship. Some of the very best that to ever play this game have come close even. It's a tough one to win. 36 races in a calendar schedule for this series, and it always comes down to a wild show at the end of the year at Homestead. Many different grooves to use. The draft comes into play. The cars get looser and looser the longer the run goes. Never a dull moment, and every corner feels different. Brings out a lot of the skill and talent that these drivers have, and they're putting it on display for us here tonight. 15 drivers started this 100-lap event. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're in the final stage, getting closer to crowning a champion. Get a laps to go update from our in-race reporter, former NOSSCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdall when he hits the start-finish line next time.
It'll be 20 to go next time by for the leaders.
They're in 1 and 2, so it's 21 to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 21 right now, yeah.
10-4, just checking. Thank you, brother. Harold Burden trying to make the inside line work. Sean Lucas trying to make the outside line work. Chris Ryan's got a soda and a bag of popcorn because he's got the best seat in the house for the battle for the championship. Even if Chris Ryan in the 21 works his way around both of them and wins this race, the championship battle is going to come down to these two. 20 laps to go here at Homestead. Emily Seri still scored in 4th, having a great run in the 8 car. And I firmly believe if she didn't lose the draft with the lead pack very, very early in the final stage, she would be a factor for this win. She drove away from the second group when she was in 8th place. Ran down the lead pack all by herself. And then once chaos unfolded in that top 7 lead pack, she was able to pass all of them and just kind of drive in 4th, and she's been stuck there ever since. It's hard to gain ground when you're running by yourself. The draft is that strong, that powerful on these NASCAR Heat games at these 1.5-mile tracks, especially at Homestead and especially coming out of the corners on the outside line. In particular, coming out of turn 2, you get such a strong run down the back straightaway when you're glued up against the outside wall. And they've been side by side for the lead for what feels like about 7 or 8 laps in a row, pretty much ever since they've come off of pit road. The 85 and the 1, both of them final 4 contenders going at it here for the MotorMaster Championship. And I love what Chris Ryan's doing. A veteran move by Chris as well. He's been with us since 2019. Driver of the 21. Jumped in with us on NASCAR Heat 3. Knows what's at stake for these drivers just in front of him. Doesn't want to disturb or disrupt the championship battle. Doing a great job, very respectful job, just kind of following both of these guys. And you can also tell that he's trying not to show any favoritism. He's not on the same team as either one of these two in front of him, but you can tell he's changing up the draft momentum that when he's riding behind them. He's switching up the lanes he's running to try to be impartial. I think it's kind of comical. It's kind of funny. 17 laps to go. Chris Ryan with a big move now to the inside, trying to capitalize here. Harold Burden took the lead a moment ago, and now he's going to get shuffled back to the high line, but this time by the 21 of Chris Ryan. Oh, and Chris got a little loose there. That orange and white 21 machine grabbed a handful of steering wheel. He's going to keep it rolling in the right direction. His hopes of winning this race are still alive. He's got 1 career MotorMaster win, looking to make it 2 here in his part-time 2024 campaign. He's going to run a handful of these races this year. There is Aiden Cody in the 16. We know he's got to come to pit road before the end of this race. I think he was hoping for a caution at a timely moment when he would maybe still be on the lead lap and have a chance to get back in this thing. And even then, his chances of winning this championship would be very, very slim, very difficult, because he would have all of those positions, all of those cars to have to pass all over again to get back up there. So he's running out of time. We'll have to see what unfolds as we continue. Alex Tesdall in a very similar situation. Finished 4th in stage 1. Had a problem in stage 2. He's trying to recover and get back into it, and then he had a major problem here in the final stage as well. Lost the draft at the same moment the 16 did. It all started when Aiden Cody lost control coming out of turn 2. I think there was contact with a car that was underneath them, and that's all she wrote. Alex Tesdall and a couple of others had no chance of missing it, nowhere to go. The only car that was able to miss the crash successfully was Emily Seri, but it's because of the extra distance, extra reaction time that she was given. So Alex Tesdahl and Aiden Cody looking to bounce back somehow, some way, but they're running out of time. Under 15 laps to go at Homestead. We'll get an update on the laps to go from Alex Tesdahl when he hits the line this time by. He's going through 3 and 4 right now. And the leader is Chris Ryan in the 21.
There'll be 11 to go when the leaders hit it.
10-4. So Chris Ryan looking to spoil the party for the final 4 contenders. He's got about a 3 or 4 car length advantage over Harold Burden in the 85. And they've both put a bit of distance on the number 1 car of Sean Lucas as well. And if I'm Harold Burden, I gotta wonder if I would even try to get up there and pass the 21. I think that I would just keep doing what I'm doing because clearly it's working. We're inching away from the 1 and I'm not endangering myself by getting up there and challenging the 21 car. What if the 21 gets loose and comes down into me? What if I get loose and I go into the inside wall? I would be thinking about a lot of this. And if I was Harold, I'm not so sure if I would get up there and challenge for this thing. Now keep in mind, I know he's a race car driver. He's a sim racer at heart, and he wants to win, of course. I'm sure of it. But man, he's wanted a championship in NASCAR since 2017. I don't think he's going to risk it. I think he'd rather win races later. Championship now, win races later, I think would be the primary thought running through Harold Burden's mind. Aiden Cody has made his 2nd pit stop in the final stage. He's back on the racetrack, 1 lap down to your race leaders. Could even be 2, I'm not totally sure. He's not far behind the top 3, so I wouldn't be surprised if he were to go up there and pass them, that he would be simply putting himself back to 1 lap down. I'm not totally sure. Either way, I know he's not on the lead lap. He is not looking good. There's a couple more cars in danger of going a lap down to the race leaders before the end of this one. Alex Tesdahl, Kenny Adair, but I don't know if the leaders are going to get to them in time. Now Aiden Cody is now raked back to the back bumper of the 1 car, just glued to him, and I wonder if he's trying to help him catch Harold Burden or not. But then again, I'm not totally sure why he would do that. I don't think that they're super close friends. There's no hatred between Aiden and Harold. Maybe he just wants to see a battle for the championship. I'm not totally sure, but it looks like he's actually trying to help the 1 car for these last 7 or 8 laps at Homestead. Now the leaders are running up on the 2018 truck champion, Kenny Adair. That red car, the 94, he's going to go way down to the inside. Classy veteran move by the driver of the 94 machine. He's won a championship here in NASCAR before. He knows what's at stake for these guys. Not trying to cause any problems for them, I'm sure. Harold taking a very low entrance into turn 3. Lifting extra to keep the car down there through the apex of the corner to make sure he doesn't disturb the 1. And the 16 and the 1, every now and then, they do look like they're gaining a little bit of ground on the 85. It does look like it is working at times. This could get interesting. Anything to cause drama, huh, Aiden? Driver of the 16 making it interesting around here, and I'm sure Harold won't be happy if he pushes the 1 up beside him and the 1 wins the championship. They are getting closer. This is getting interesting. There's no rule against this either, so there's no policing this. Alex, how many laps do they have left?
4 to go.
4 for the leaders, yeah, so 3.5 now that they're on the back straightaway. This is crazy. They might get there. It's going to be close. Now they go into turns 3 and 4. Harold Burden looking to close this out. Looking to win his very first NASCAR championship. The top 2 are they're both looking for their very first NASCAR championship. They're running 2nd and 3rd in this race. Chris Ryan in the 21 car. is your leader, just a few car lengths in front of them. 3 laps to go until we crown a champion. 3 laps to go until we make history again. 7th annual NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series season coming to a close in these Xfinity cars on a NASCAR Heat game. This one hosted on NASCAR Heat 5, 36 race season. Over 40 drivers participating in at least one race, and it's come down to this. To the outside goes Sean Lucas, and he's going to take second place away from Harold Burden, and I'm sure Harold's not very happy. 2 to go. Chris Ryan holding on to the lead. He's just ahead of these two. Every now and then he's not in our camera frame, but this is the battle for second and for the championship. We're going to keep the cameras here. And now what's going to happen? Now Aiden Cody on the back bumper of the 85 machine. The white flag has been shown. Final lap for your race leaders. The final 4 gave it their all tonight, and it's come down to this. 2 of them that have been here since 2017 going for the championship. Harold Burden goes into 3 and 4 for the final time behind the 1. He can't quite get there. He's not going to reach the back bumper in time. Chris Ryan in the 21 is going to win the race, but Sean Lucas in the number 1 car wins the 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series Championship. I know you're not too pleased, Alex, I'm sure of it, and rightfully so, but don't forget photos of the results for me, brother. History has been made again here, and it's a journeyman, a veteran, a long-time driver here at NOSSCAR, Sean Lucas in the 1 car. With a bit of controversy, Aiden Cody giving him some assistance at the end to run down Harold, challenge him for second, take it, and then hold on to win the championship. The very first time a champion is going to go winless here. A strong playoff showing for the driver of the 1. That entire team, very consistent all season long. Great pace here tonight as well. Qualified good, ran in the top 5 all night long. And he's going to park it in, well, in the championship circle. Chris Ryan of the 21 going to park it in victory lane. You friends with No Luck on here? You able to invite him in? Thank you, brother. Invite him and Popeye if you're friends with Popeye as well.
Don't know if I am.
Invite Trouble if you're friends with him. Couple of post-race interviews coming up for you, as a couple of season-ending interviews here for you for the 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series here on NASCAR Heat 5. Speak with some of your favorite drivers. Congratulations once again to Chris Ryan, driver of the number 21 car, ran a solid race. Picked up the Stage 2 victory and then ultimately the race victory at the very end. Very anxious to hopefully get a word in with your 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series champion, Sean Lucas in the 1. Don't know if he's going to get the invitation here or not.
He should have one.
Pardon me. Well, we're going to start the post-race interviews here with the driver of the number 16, Aiden Cody. Aiden showed great speed all season long, but especially here tonight as well. Aiden, you had a strong run going, but problems late for you in the final stage. You made contact with the outside wall, spun in front of Alex Tesdall in the 22. A couple cars had nowhere to go, and that ultimately was the end of your championship hopes. No caution came out afterwards, and everything went green from there. Tell us what happened to have you lose control like that, and tell us how strong the car was and what you thought your chances were here tonight.
Well, the car was really good, and then where I crashed, someone was like lagging, and they hit my back bumper, and I went up in the air and fence.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty severe hit. Didn't look like a couple of the cars behind you had very far to go either. You chose to come in to pit road pretty early instead of trying to stay out the entire way and maybe one stop it. Was the damage too bad on that car? Is that why you pit?
Yeah, I had yellow or red radiator damage. All of the body panels were red.
Anyone you want to give a shout out or a thank you to before we pass along to the next interview? You had a great season and you were arguably the favorite to win tonight statistically.
I guess Noah for the champion, and I guess Popeye, because me and him had the same battle for some times.
It was fantastic. It was fun to watch from up here in the broadcast booth as well. Hopefully you had just as much fun behind the wheel here tonight at Homestead. Congratulations on a strong season, but we're still sorry at the same time you didn't go out there and get the championship. And moving forward, next we have the driver of the number 85, and that is Harold Burden, one of our long-time NASCAR drivers. He's got a win in the Platinum Cup Series, win in the Truck Series, Legend Series. He started with us back in 2017, a true journeyman of the series, and man, you were close. You almost won this championship. I talked a whole lot about you and Sean Lucas during that broadcast about how both of you started back in 2017, and both of you were going for your first championship, and it came down to some drafting help near the end. Take us through those last, 5 to 10 laps. Tell us what was going through your mind, and tell us what was working with your car. You seemed to drive away at some point. Oh, do we not have Harold in here?
Yeah, I don't think he's in the party.
Oh, okay. I guess we're going to move on again. I apologize. I thought we had him in here. We're going to move on to Victory Lane, actually. Chris Ryan, and I know a lot of the headlines were not around you going into this weekend, but you stole the headlines. You stole the show. You won Stage 2. You won the race in the end. It's your second career NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series win, and you ran a part-time schedule this year. How good does it feel to go out with a bang?
Feels pretty good. Feels real good. It's a good momentum builder for next year. And we got Platinum Cup coming up, so I feel really good about this.
And take us through those last few laps. You were being very kind, very respectful following those two championship contenders, and it looked like just eventually you turned the afterburners on.
Yeah, I was giving them a chance to race, and I was talking to them, letting them do their thing, and then, I figured, it's either I'm going to finish behind them, let them race for the championship, or go for my second win, and, it was hooked up, and it just stuck to the bottom, and, whew, it was hard to get away from those two, but, man, congrats to No Luck on the championship, though.
You did a great job, and congratulations to you as well on the victory here tonight at Homestead.
Thank you. It feels great.
And last but not least, we'll get to Alex Tesdall as well when we wrap up the show, but we're going right to Championship Circle. He did it, folks. And it wasn't without help, but it happened nevertheless. A championship is a championship. Some of the very best to ever play a NASCAR Heat game have won this championship. Slade Gravitt, Noko, Jason Doro, Matt Smith, you name it, Dakota Bruv, many of the greats. Some of the greats have come close and not won it. Jordan Dorosek, Joshua Watson, yours truly, like many. And tonight, it's Sean Lucas's turn. You are our 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series champion. First of all, brother, congratulations. Second of all, how did you do it? You had great speed all night long, top 5. What was working for your car? What were you able to do to keep yourself in that lead pack virtually all night long?
I had a good car. Things just kind of fell into my lap there. I caught CW just at the right time coming off pit road. Otherwise, trouble had it all day. Thanks CW for the push there at the end. I had a good car. It ran nice up on the high side. It was fun. It was a fun race.
Was there anything you were learning throughout the race that you were kind of keeping in the back of your mind, formulating a game plan to make passes in the final stage? What were you learning out there as the race progressed?
I learned that the high side, I had good speed up there, and I could make time. I just didn't want to show my hand too early. So I waited until the third stage to move up high there. And me and Trouble had a great battle for, I don't know, maybe 15 laps. That was fun. Thanks, Ty, for having me in this league.
Absolutely, brother. You've been welcome here for a long time, and that's never going to change. Do you think that you had anything for the 21 car? Once you got back up to start battling with Harold for second, do you think if you had another 8 laps you had something for Chris, or was second about as far as you were going to go?
I think I might have. If we had a few more laps, I think I might have had something for the 21. He was fast all night, too. I don't know. Who knows, man?
And amongst your final 4 contenders, your fellow championship contenders here tonight, was there one of them you kind of had your eye on the most that maybe you had as the favorite coming into the event?
Yeah, the 16. I really thought the 16 was going to take it. He'd run into some bad luck there. And Dad just opened the door. I guess his bad luck turned into my good luck.
I was going to say your name here online certainly doesn't reflect how your night went. That's for sure. Honestly, brother, I mean this so much. I'm super proud of you. Congratulations. You are the 2024 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series champion.
Awesome. Thank you, Ty. I look forward to seeing you guys Platinum Cup.
10-4. We can't wait to see you there, brother. We're going to get final thoughts now from our designated reporter, folks. He's been our in-race reporter for a few seasons now, former NOSSCAR Novice Cup Series champion, and one of our final 4 contenders here for tonight's championship, Alex Tesdall in the 22. Alex, you were up there in the lead pack for most of this one. Couldn't miss the 16 car when he crashed. Sum up your night for us. Sum up your season. Tell us what it was like to battle for a championship.
Well, to be part of the show is, of course, just a great honor. It's hard to get here, but man, this one stings. Car was really fast all night long. Just the luck didn't pan out. Got caught up in a few incidents, and caution never failed to get us back into it. Like I said, the car was super fast. We could have ran with the leaders up there, but yeah, things didn't go our way tonight. It stings.
Hopefully things go a little better for you tomorrow night as well. You're battling for a truck championship tomorrow at Phoenix. Totally different track. What do you think of your odds heading into that one?
Well, I had a good car at the MotorMaster race there, so I think I might have something. We'll have to see. Phoenix historically is one of my best tracks, but we had something last time we were there, so I guess see how it pans out.
Yes, we will. We wish you the best of luck over there, and congratulations on a solid season here in the MotorMaster Series as well. We know you didn't win the championship, but still definitely wasn't a season to shake a stick at. You did a great job.
Thanks.
And that's going to do it, folks. That's going to do it for MotorMaster Mondays here for 2024. That was it. We didn't bring too many of them to you here on YouTube, and for that I do apologize. Just busy schedule, busy life, and things like this. We were thrilled to bring you coverage of the 2024 championship race here tonight at Homestead. Once again, congratulations to your champion, Sean Lucas, driver of the number 1 Chevy Camaro. He was number 1 this year, that's for sure. Good night, everybody, and stay fast.